All right, I'm live. Welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle, and I am here to do a love reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or any other placements that you might have Aries in your chart, or even if not, it's my intention there's something in here for everyone. If the title brought you, I don't even know what it is yet, but whatever it is, yes. Welcome. And my readings are timeless. So whenever you catch this is the right time for you. Remember that roles can be reversed, and that if this doesn't resonate for you in any way, don't try and make it fit. Just leave it. I have lots of others. And I'm just continuing with the love theme because why not? It's fun. Lots of people are looking for guidance and hope. And so here I am, and I'm going to kind of do something that I started with, but maybe try to change things up a bit. I don't know. You guys are always the ones that I try something and see how it goes and hope that it goes well. And so far so good. So I'm just asking about, the person in your life, someone new coming in, someone who's already here. We'll find out from the cards, but I'm going to start with pulling from the Good Tarot, and then I will clarify with something or some things else. Did not sound right. Gamer boy, I am not doing personal readings right now. I am doing a love reading for Aries, but maybe there's something in here for you. It's my intention. So your person's recent past. Messenger of water. And I think I'm just going to pull the cards, and then I will get into the meanings of everything. So this is your person's current energy, 10 of Earth. What's on their mind? What's currently on their mind? The Magician. What's their first impression of you? What was it, or what will it be? Hanged Man. What are their feelings about you? What are their emotions? What's going on? How are they feeling? 7 of Air. How do they want to move forward with you? Hierophant. What's hidden that you don't see coming? 7 of Earth. Advice. What's the advice from the universe? The Fool. And the outcome. What's the outcome for Aries? Messenger of Earth. And the overall energy, bottom of the deck, we have 7 of Fire. So yeah, 7 of Fire. This is about doing a person doing their personal best, being willing to go the distance, and not conforming, being very true to oneself. And maybe this is you, maybe this is the person you're dealing with. Maybe, you two kind of mirror one another. But I love this card. And this, it speaks to me of going on a magical journey. Because, you're riding a unicorn. How fun is that? I've never done it, but I imagine it'd be really fun. So your person's recent past. Let's see. So I'm going to clarify. I think I want to go with the Wisdom of Avalon deck for a little clarification here. I think so. I don't know. We'll start with this. Messenger of water. So your person, they've got a very romantic nature to them. Why am I having trouble? What's the deal with this? I don't know, maybe I need some clarification on this. I mean, the messenger of water is all about, chivalry, is about admiration, romantic attraction, self-love. Maybe they've been working on themselves, working on being more of who they want to be. Let's see, let's clarify. The dragon, power and strength. Yeah, they've been working on sort of fortifying themselves, stepping into their power, able to show up and be strong in their lives for themselves, for others. I'm going to look at the Oracle Tarot here. Wisdom of experience, gaining wisdom through whatever they've been through in the past. It's allowing them to build their power, step into their power, build their strength, gain that wisdom to be able to move forward in a way that they want towards someone that they admire. I think you're dealing with a bit of a hopeless romantic here. So their current energy is the 10 of Earth. Very very abundant, very prosperous. They want to share their wealth with another person. If they've met you already, they want to share that life with you. Have that partnership, that tangible. How do I say it? Yeah, create that life together where you're all set up and living the good life, basically. And to clarify that from Wisdom of Avalon, we have the Deer, gentleness and diplomacy. This is their current energy. This is a very a kind person, or they've been through enough stuff in their life that it's bringing them to this place of understanding that to get what they want, they need to have a gentle touch. That to attract you in to their life, that they need to be diplomatic, be willing to compromise, and accept you for who you are. And decadence and indulgence. They're also in this place of wanting to play and have fun, wanting to enjoy all the things that life has to offer. Both of these are very much about that, that ultimate fulfillment. And I think, wanting to do this with you, wanting to share revel in this life that you can ultimately create with one another. So what's on their mind? The Magician, which is all about transformation. In this deck in particular, this is about tapping in to your connection. This is them tapping into their connection with their higher power, of knowing that the magic comes through this connection. I think this is a very spiritual person, or maybe they're having some kind of spiritual awakening where they're understanding that they have been brought to this place in their life. They have been brought to you, or are being brought to you by a divine hand. And a part of it is from their own ability to manifest, to put their intention out to the universe, out to their higher power, and having sort of learned to master how to manifest that, which is ultimately like you think about what you want, and then you you spend time feeling how that would actually feel, having it in this moment, and then releasing it and, going about your life. This is on their mind. They are deepening, they are transforming through deepening their connection. The fire fairy, creative action and optimism. Yeah, they're feeling very optimistic. They know that if they haven't met you yet, that you're coming. You two are being drawn together like magnets. And creative action. Taking creative action within their own life. Doing what feels good to them, because they're coming to this place of understanding that that's raising their frequency helps to bring in what they want, which is you. And the moon, yearning desire. They really want this connection. I'm kind of getting the sense that you might already know one another. There is a yearning desire for you. But if you haven't met yet, they know you exist. They know you're somewhere out there, and it's just a matter of time. And the moon often speaks to me of intuition, tapping into their intuition, understanding that they're being led. There's some kind of divine timing at play here. But the moon can also speak of things that are hidden, not totally revealed. Maybe they're kind of in this place of considering, like, if they do know you, how much do they tell you? How much do they show you? How much do they reveal? They're kind of they want to manifest this. They want this connection. They're optimistic, but they're not totally confident yet. So their first impression of you was or will be the Hanged Man. So you're in this place of kind of, you're gaining a new perspective through doing your own inner work. That most likely you've been through some things, coming out of something that kind of made you feel like you needed to have a different grasp on on a situation, retreating so that you can have that new perspective. You're not totally out there, let's put it that way. The Wasp, anger, retaliation, and jealousy. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe they met you when you were having a moment. Maybe this is a part of what caused you to step back, to be in this place of needing to surrender, because you were dealing with someone who was like this, or you were in some kind of power struggle where there was a lot of this kind of thing: anger, retaliation, jealousy. What about that? The Chariot. Yeah, the inspired warrior. They see you, their impression of you is that you've been through it, that you're no one to be messed with, that you are a warrior. You have it within you. And what you've been through has caused you to go within, has caused you to get to this place of surrender, of gaining this new perspective, which is helping you to get back on your feet. You're coming to this place of knowing that it's not about it's the retaliation part of things, feeling anger and jealousy and all that. It doesn't, you're learning that it doesn't work in your favor. And this new perspective is allowing you to learn how to stand in your power. And rather than fighting through resisting, it's, I don't even want to say fighting. Fighting isn't the right word. Being a warrior in the act of standing in your own power and making the choices that are right for you. And if you encounter a choice that is not right for you, you let it move by. You don't meet it head on with some kind of, intense resistant energy. What you resist persists. I think you're learning that to have victory, you got to learn to go with the flow, ultimately. Their feelings and emotions about you. They feel, this is a card of nonconformity. We had this come up already. Where did that come up? Oh, it was the overall energy of being your most authentic self, being true to yourself. This is how they feel about you. So they feel they're, I think that you inspire them because you are the type to dance to the beat of your own drum. And they're inspired by that. They admire that you are not willing to compromise what's truly important to you. And that you're helping them realize that that's what they want for themselves as well. Perception. You are helping them to change their perception of themselves, of their life. In a sense, you're giving them a new lease on life. You are helping them to transform through just leading by example. You're not even trying. You're just showing up as yourself, being like, yeah, I know what I want. I've been through it, and I'm very clear now what works and what doesn't. And that's helping them. Yeah, their feelings and emotions, rewards, expansion, and destiny. They feel like being with you is their destiny. You have helped or are in the process of or will be helping them to come to this place of like, they see themselves being with you, that together, not only will coming together with you be a successful thing, that you're going to get so much out of, you'll get so much out of being with one another, as well as, I'm not saying this right, they will get so much out of just being with you, but then together they have this sense that you two can come together and really expand your lives together in a really beautiful, magical way. And this is a big, beautiful ending that leads to a big, beautiful beginning. And it's all coming through this perception change, perception shift. So then, how do they want to move forward with you? Yeah. As I said, this person is having some kind of spiritual awakening, or they're deepening their spiritual understanding. And you do too. And they see this about you, and they're drawn to you because of your spirituality, because of your understanding of your connection with your higher power, that you're more than just this 3D person, meat suit, some people say. Um, they want to have a very deep connection with you. That is more than just the basic stuff. Once again, my words, my adjectives don't always work for me. So, um, the eagle, spirit, integrity, connection to the angelic realm. Yeah, they want to have this connection with you, this deep, spiritual, meaningful connection that probably they've never experienced before, and you have helped them change their perception. This is how you already show up, and this is them just like they're so inspired. Integrity, being in integrity in the relationship, showing up for one another, and cash flow. I mean, they could. There's a choice here. Hey, Hearts Love Joe, hello. Welcome. You know, the two of Pentacles can be about balance, can be about or creating balance, can be about options. I think that they choose you. They want you to come together to create balance with one another in this very uh, kind of, the word that wants to come out is materialistic, and there's a bad connotation to that. Simply, it's that they see, because this was all about their current energy, they want to create something amazing in their life, and they want to create it with you, to have you both maybe work together on some kind of spiritual endeavor that's going to bring you to your ultimate fulfillment as a team. So what's hidden that you don't see coming? There's some kind of crossroads. There's some kind of choice needing to be made. I mean, you don't see it. So, this could be them. I mean, I did say this is about a choice. I wonder if this is how they want to move forward with you. They want to make a choice. So maybe they're in a place in their life where they're like, maybe there's somebody else, and they're trying to decide between the two, and you have just impressed them to no end, and they're like, I'm at this crossroads, I'm looking at my options, but I think there's a real strong leaning towards you. Oh yeah, so we have fear. I think that they're, because they see you as somebody who's holding back, that you've gone through your stuff and you're gaining your new perspective through surrendering, through stepping away from the usual day-to-day life stuff. And I think there's some fear that you're not going to choose them back, that they're going to put themselves out there and it won't be returned. And there could be some fear too around, they possibly have you up on a pedestal, and kind of there's a part of them that feels like they're not good enough. Like, why would you choose them when you could have someone so much better? Like, I think this is kind of what they're thinking. And there's definitely some fear here, and they may come across as being totally confident and fine and whatever, but underneath There's some kind of fear around making a choice between you and someone else, you and something else, a way of life, another person, thinking back on where they've come from, looking at the situations they've been in the past, in relationships in the past where they were doing things the way they were taught. But it never worked out. The normal traditional ways of being always left them feeling lacking in some way. And so now they're in this place where they're like, there's a lot of contemplation here. Reflecting on the past, reflecting where they've been, fearing that they're going to end up in the same place again, knowing they need to change their traditions, change their ideas, expectations, attitudes, beliefs around what a relationship actually is, what it's supposed to be, how someone shows up for a person. They see a new way with you because you're showing them that way. But there is some fear. Is it really going to work? And especially if they're coming from a situation in their past where they're still connected to that person, or they haven't fully healed. Maybe that's something they're working on as well. Because nostalgia, it can be sweet, or it can be bittersweet, ultimately. So anyway, advice. Your advice from the universe is to be the fool, to be willing to take a leap of faith. If you know this person, that maybe you need to be the one to give them the green light. But ultimately, the fool is so much about being in the moment, being present, enjoying things as they come, not trying to plan things out too much, just frolicking in the meadow. Be willing to take a risk. Yeah, I think they could be picking up on your fear as well, which is what's causing them to feel fear. That because you've been through it in the past, you've done this healing, you've dealt with anger, jealousy, retaliation, all the lower vibrational stuff in previous relationships, that you could be a little bit like, just gonna not, just feeling not sure. Could definitely be feeling some fear, but ultimately, get yourself to that point of how they see you, which is, the inspired warrior, willing to take the risk on what you know is worthwhile. And maybe you feel that this person is a little risky for whatever reason, but I'm getting the sense that it's important to take that risk, especially here with the Fool. The Fool is all about taking risks. The Fool does not typically consider consequences. It's just like, gonna go for it, gonna take that step, and we'll see what happens. And I think that you're being told to do that because this person I think this is your counterpart, honestly. Put down your burden. Release your stuff from the past. And I think this is what you are in the process of doing. This is how they see you, which I think is very accurate, which is, if I can get the cards, which is you're getting this new perspective by surrendering, by stepping back, assessing what you've been through, learning what you want and what you don't want. This is you releasing that concept of what you don't want in favor of what you do want. in favor of a new beginning. They want a new beginning with you, and I think you want the same thing. Definitely. The outcome, messenger of earth. I think this is about, the messenger brings messages. We have that, we started with that messenger of water. This is you going to your person, or your person coming to you with integrity. This is moving forward very slowly, not rushing into anything, taking your time, getting to know one another, taking it step by step, being willing to put in the effort, willing to dedicate yourselves to one another. I think this is really beautiful. This is going to turn out amazing for you guys. The cow, nourishment, abundance, asking and receiving. Wow. Oh my gosh. You guys have this really amazing, you're going to have this really amazing connection. Nourishment and abundance, dedication, integrity, asking and receiving, being willing to share yourselves with one another, not holding back, not playing games, being honest, authentic, open. Psst. Sounds really freaking great, honestly. Ego and internal politics. I think that probably there's a chance you could run into some issues, past stuff coming up. This is very common in relationships. We've dealt with things in the past, and someone says something or does something, and immediately we're like, ooh, this reminds me of when that happened before. It must mean this. And I think this is saying that it's very likely you're going to bump up against something like that. Someone not being totally open, not sharing everything of themselves because of the fear. You both have some fear that you're bringing to the table. And this is why it's so important to take your time. Because as you bump up against stuff like this, it allows you to take a step back, to talk about it, to get on the same page with one another. Again, there's this very strong spiritual connection between you two. And so despite whatever comes up, any ego stuff, because yes, you're human. Ego is there. Ego is always hanging out, waiting for the next thing. So dealing with stuff as it comes up, and just being really open and honest with one another, being really authentic and willing to share, willing to ask for what you need and receive it gratefully and graciously, and vice versa. Helping to heal one another through this connection. You two there's a strong friendship here. There's a huge respect and love. Let me grab one or two spirit animal oracles, just cause. Stag spirit, take the lead. I kind of think this is in your hands to take the leap, take the lead. Similar colors in these cards too. It could be because of the fear that they're in about not knowing where you're at, because you've been spending this time, taking time to yourself, not really focused outward, but focused inward. They might be waiting for your cue. If this is somebody that you want to be with, that you want to at least explore something with, you're going to need to be the one to reach out in some way. Wombat spirit, be at home. Be at home in yourself. You know, if you're a very busy person, try to take a little bit off of your plate. Try to spend some time just doing what you love, being at home, creating the environment that is nurturing and nourishing to you. Because that is helping to create that environment for the both of you. And porcupine spirit, time for beginner mind. Yeah. Let go of the old stuff. Put down your burden. Get into that place of being a beginner, being willing to take the risk. The Fool is the ultimate beginner. Knowing that you're going to go out on this adventure, you're going to take it one step at a time and see what comes. And it will be an amazing adventure. Yeah. So there it is. There it is, Aries. I think this is exciting. I think this is really great. And I wish you well on this romantic journey. So thank you. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you being here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world. And I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe.